Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad.
Oh, all good, man. Catch your breath.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm not gonna hold you too long because what we're talking about is a great deal. We can expand on a lot, but I'm gonna put it to a point where we got a great grasp on things right now. I'm gonna send you some material. It's 2:30 right now. I've got some things for you right now in a folder that's just for you, brother. I'm going to zip it up, send it to you through a WeTransfer. You take the time between now and however long you want to do. Go through, take some notes. You got some questions, feel free to email me. If you want to do like another consultation or whatever, or just keep it going however you like. I'm not going to jip you. I'm going to give you more than what I can ever offer. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want you to have a lot of great, potentials and, good stuff like that. So I'm going to do my part. And my brother, this is the lock and key. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, from this Monday, I'm telling you, dog, in less than 6 months, if you got music that's ready and you're submitting it, like how you've been advised by the courses, by the licensing structures, by the directories, I'm telling you, buddy, I'm a personal witness. I've seen people that shout out my guys like left, right, and center, even a month or two later. You are going to thank me, brother, and I don't need no credit, but you will be on your way. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man.
Start building, anytime, man, because, Mackie looked out. You know what I'm saying? You looking out, we working together, and it's, man, it's just information, bro. At the end of the day, I don't care how far somebody gets past me. To me, I'm very humble about it, as you can see. A lot of the stuff that we build on or expound on, even if it's just business, not also Hollywood shit, that means more to me than a fucking plot, dog.
Man, that's real. That's real.
More to me than an advance, because I'm telling you, I was raised. And you probably were too. You know what I mean? I can't speak on it, but you can. But I was raised and I was just brought up from my whole team in the game. Like, man, you have fun with it.
Yep.
Be creative and be humble about it and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
The business is the business side of it. The politics is politics. But don't let that bullshit change you, or don't let it allow you to become Hollywood, because the same people you see coming up is the same ones you see coming down.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you never know when, you may be on your way right now, and then 10 years later, be like, man, you're trying to do some stuff. You never know who's been, looking out for you since day one. And a lot of times people in a position that they weren't in 5 years ago or 10 years ago are in places or indoors where they can say, hey, man, Sly, you need to go to this meeting, man. I can't make it, but I know somebody that's going to be able to work with you, And you know how the story goes. The rest is history, dude. So, and you don't really, and then this type of stuff, you don't really have to be out in the scene. You can work remotely. You can just do your thing, bro, and not really worry about the industry politics of it.
Yeah.
Just check up on your work. Make sure that you're doing what's right. Make sure your business is straight. But you don't have to involve yourself in a lot of things where people are involving them with the rat race type of music production or being a creator. You get what I'm saying?
I do, man. And that's exactly why I am so appreciative for you making the time to chat with me, because that's exactly the wave I've been on. And I've been on that wave for more than a decade now. And it's tough sometimes when I was just sharing with one of my friends online the other day how sometimes people don't even see the mountain you're trying to lead them over. So I definitely understand. I've definitely been trying to build an empire, something that will allow me to do exactly what you just said, have time freedom, have the ability to be the architect of my own life without necessarily having the politics weigh me down, because I do understand the business mechanics, behind it all. So I love the music, and I can freestyle in a garage with the best of them, right? Just hang out with the homies and we can vibe out like we did at my boy's house. But at the same time, really taking the time and investing that energy, not only financially, but, emotionally and mentally, to really getting all that I can out of it. And I'm certain that it's going to pay off. So I'm absolutely appreciative, man. I'm extremely grateful for you making the time and chatting with me today. I don't want to keep you either unnecessarily.
Oh, no, it's good. about it is like, man, you know, you have to make it relatable. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you all day, but if I don't give you something to present with, like, it's just like going to class. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
How can the instructor teach you, but then he can't show you what to write on the board and all that stuff? So,
yeah,
man, I'm just telling you, I'm looking at it from a, like, even a little, I know this is business and all that, but I'm looking at it from a personal creative standpoint too, because I know you mutually through a mutual. So with that, right, depending on who you are in the approach, let me reach out. What's this Twitter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How to settle vibes. See what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the vibes, bro. I'm telling you. I've been in this game since 19, man, and I'm like, yo, all right, cool. I don't really have to go gun-ho with you. Like, I'd be like, yo, send me some joints. You know what I'm saying? Let me send you some joints. I need some hooks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. Once I'm getting you ready, because I'm telling you, brother, 2020 is here, and I need them hooks, bro. We need them hooks, man.
Hey, I'm ready, man.
Like, you know how Ace was talking and paid in full? Like, I need that. You know what I'm saying? I need that. You know what I mean? Because
I do.
What I'm saying is that when you kind of spread that out, and buddy, if you get a cue placement with your hook on it, with my beat on it, we splitting it evenly, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We splitting it evenly, like even to the point where you get credit, your full percentage for the hook, I'm getting my all percentage for the instrumental. But the chances of us sharing it, even if you came up with an idea for the hook, bro, we can split it 50-50 instead of 50-20 or however.
Yeah.
Like, however,
we're going to take the whole pie.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And you just flush and flush and flush and flush. Because I'm telling you, once you have enough to make up for, like, say you got like 5 years or 5 to 7 years of just straight placements, like at least one, right? When you're looking at your life 20 years, 30 years down the line, you know that money is still passive. So you are set to earn money no matter how much they amount for the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah.
You know
Did you say 1 to 2 placements a year? What was the numbers you just used?
I was saying if you have at least one placement, or let's set a goal. If you have 5 to 10 placements average, even if it's just one, for 5 years straight, right? You will see something later down the line because it grows. You know what I'm saying? Every year that I've done this, or at least when I started seeing something from it, every year it grows, man. It grows and grows. 1 year I may have 10. The next year I'm going to have 30. The next year I'll have 50. 1 year I'll have 100. The next year I'll have.
Now, are you saying new ones? Like, I just want to clarify. When you say I have, 10 1 year, 30 the next. Is that a net increase of 20?
Like as far as new placements or existing placements, because I don't really count. Okay, the thing is, you're gonna get reruns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually, somewhere down the line, you're gonna get reruns. But I'm talking about new placements, like even if it's a new season, a fresh episode, right?
That's
dope. But the thing about it is, even if you don't get a placement, brother, guess what? That rerun is still technically a placement because it's a play. You're getting paid for another rerun in the plate, and that means that is a placement too. You know what I'm saying? But it's already been placed, but it's just recycling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's recertifying. So you're good with that. So it's like, dude, even if you say you worked on just the Cosby Show, and say, oh, you're not really doing music for nothing else. You know, the producer or the composer for the Cosby Show is making money for life.
Yes.
Just producing music for the Cosby Show. So it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's getting to a point where, you want to establish yourself, right?
Yep.
You want to establish yourself where you can get those exclusive partnerships so you can be like, hey, I want to produce, or you feel like you can meet the criteria to produce for like a YouTube series or for a Netflix series. You know what I'm saying? Because those relationships is what gets you in the big door when you're meeting with movie producers, music supervisors, other record producers for soundtrack, that type of stuff, bro. Because when you're in the realm of those type of things, like I said, it's leverage. It's more leverage for you where your music is amazing, nigga. You might have a call from Babyface in fucking 2 weeks because he likes the music in your movie.
I like what you're talking about. I like that. I like what you're talking about. Baby, I'm taking that note. Babyface might call you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I'm just using it as an example because that's how it works. That's how a lot use your work as leverage. It's just like a producer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Timberland or whatever. Hey, I want to do a compilation, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just me. I'm not just doing beats for other people's albums, and I just want to show my art. Like I was a Jay Dilla, you know what I mean? Just chilling at the crib and doing beat tapes for sale, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. On a commercial aspect, you know what I mean? So, and you register your songs and all that. And once you can get placements through like your releases too. With DistroKid and all that, depending on like how it's circulating and the algorithms and the tags and just the sound, you know what I mean? They have partners too, so don't feel that you can because I haven't been able to do that yet, but I'm trying to lock in with that so I can see how it develops organically. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but that's about it, brother. Like I said, I have a folder that I'm preparing for you. I'm going through and organizing it to the point where it's like, this is going to be about licensing. This is going to be about publishing. This is going to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be really straight to the team. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions about it, feel free to let me know. But I can see that you may have questions about the content, not really how it's set up, because it's really like user-friendly. You know what I'm saying? For someone that like has some kind of general insight about the actual music part of it. So, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me know when you've sent that email over, and I will go ahead and start digging into it.
Okay. I'll let you know for sure, man. And once I send it, like I'm just gonna wait until I confirm it because I'm gonna make sure it copies it to me just to make sure you got it. So as soon as it hits 100% on the send, you got my text, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yes, sir. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up for you, and then you can take that, take some time with it, and and let me know, some feedback, and we can build on it again, and we'll just go from there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that. All right, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you go. Let me know when you sent that off, and then I will get to starting on my homework, bro.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to have everything together. Definitely like no later than 7, 8 o'clock tonight on my end. So you'll definitely have it before the night's out, bro. For a fact.
All right, I appreciate it, Doug.
All right, man. So yeah, man. I'm gonna hit you up a little bit later on and shoot you out a text. So just look out for that.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, cool. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
All right, bye-bye. Yo, what's up? Man, it's your boy, Sly Tha Deuce. So, we've been already online for about 30 minutes at this point. That's wild. I just wrapped up a call with my boy, Dre Phantom, out in Atlanta. Shout out everybody out there in Atlanta doing their thing. Like I told you, I just made some incredible connections. Things are beginning to blow up. Things are beginning to build some incredible momentum. And I wanted to share some of that with you. So we're going live. Okay. So, man, Adam, tell me where you're from, man. You said you French. It's all good. I appreciate you, man. So this is episode 6. Let me type the time. This is episode 7. Right? I think it's episode 7 of the backstory. And I think it's episode 7. I'm pretty sure it's episode 7. So for now, I'm going to say this is episode 7 of the backstory. I can go. Bye, man. Holla, man. Be safe. But so I just wrapped up a class. I was chopping it up with my boy, Dre Phantom. And he was putting me up on game with the music publishing and how to get some advanced techniques for placements. And that's something that is seriously important to me, something that I'm trying to continue doing something that I've been doing a little bit of behind the scenes and trying to continue building upon. Placements, man, song placements, video games is one of my big dreams. If you can get your song in Madden, bro, I mean, you can go platinum because Madden is going platinum. Like, it's selling every time. You get your game, you get your song in a 2K game, it's selling, man. Every single time that game sells, it counts as your song selling. So, I mean, you got to leverage it. You got to be about your business, but it's an incredible opportunity. So I'm oh my God, I'm looking forward to that, man. Some of the things that we were talking about was just like, what's a feasible timeline? What's a reasonable timeline? And if you're absolutely applying yourself, if you're absolutely giving it your all, I mean, you're putting in the work. I don't see why 6 months or less I don't see why 6 months or less is unreasonable. I don't see why it can't be done. And I'm going to show you how. We talked about, obviously, knowledge is power. That's something that I feel like I always cover. And today, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the episode is about, why do fans actually enjoy Sly Tha Deuce? What does Sly Tha Deuce bring to the fans that makes them keep coming back, that makes them want to tune in? So, like I said last week on episode 6, it had to be episode 6, right? I don't know. Let me check. Because I'm tripping now.
I have one kid in each.
Chill out, man. So it was episode 6. This is episode 7. Anyway, I wanted to talk with you all about the value, right? What do fans enjoy Sly Tha Deuce? So like I was telling you in episode 6, you guys can go ahead and leave your comments below and let me know what value Sly Tha Deuce has brought to you, if any, right? Let me know if we've had any conversations, whether it be music related or not in the music. Let me know, because I know that I've had some incredible conversations with some of you all from my perspective, and I'd love to hear about it from your perspective. It's all about the vibes. I mean, it's all about the vibes. You've got to have great material, and I think great in this instance means authentic. You've got to be talking about how you actually feel. You've got to be talking about what actually resonates with you, and that's the kind of stuff that I think is going to bring people back. I think that's the stuff that is going to, and not just fans, but again, from the business perspective or just the personal perspective, right? Because you might have a friend who makes music and you don't always want to bump their music, but they're just a cool person to be around, right? So everything in this realm is not either business or music when you're in the music business. There's still that like personal, humane side, that just like, personable interaction with people. And it's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes that you create. And I think that those vibes that you have in real life will inevitably spill over into the music. And the best music, I think, comes from the balance of those two forces. Sometimes it can take 10 years. This is some of the notes that we were going over. Sometimes it can take 10 years before you bubble. And that's, I think about a line from a Rick Ross song. I don't exactly remember the song right now, but he said, 12 years in the game, now that's what I call perfect timing, or something like that. I know if my boy McKinley is watching right now, he's going to fact check me. He's that dude's my lyrical wizard, right? So let me know if that's right. But the point is, sometimes it can take 10 years plus before you really bubble. I feel like Meek Mill has a clip running around on the internet where he's like, man, I've been rapping for 13 years before I got money, right? And so he starts talking about if you really want to build legacy or if you want to just be a goon and all that kind of stuff. I really, really appreciated that clip. 2020 is the year of blessings. That was another one of the notes. Now, I feel like, and I just posted something about this on my page the other day, everybody, I mean, it's November, so everybody's ramping up with the 20, the new year's getting ready to be my year, or this year I did X, Y, and Z bad, and the next year I'm going to be this completely different person. And I mean, you see it every year, so I almost don't even feel like giving it the energy. But speaking of November, it is Veterans Day, so that's actually why I've got on my camouflage hat today. Shout out Six Figures and everything, but I actually wore this hat in reference to Veterans Day. I want to give a sincere shout out and a thank you to the veterans who are still with us, and a sincere and a heartfelt appreciation and a showing of gratitude to the veterans who are no longer with us, who have given that ultimate sacrifice in service. So moving on, momentum and letting things grow. So in this game, it's about consistency. I mean, if I've seen one message consistently, it's been that you need consistency. You've got to continue to put out material. You've got to continue to stay on brand. You've got to continue to believe in yourself. You've got to, because that consistency becomes your leverage. That consistency becomes your body of work. It becomes your portfolio. Your consistency is tangible. I mean, a person can, I don't know if tangible is the right term. Maybe it's very intangible, but it can create that intangible can create very, very tangible benefits for you in your life. So, I mean, if you're just consistently releasing good music, you're consistently releasing music, you're consistently networking, you're consistently building your brand, you're consistently networking, you're consistently taking self-development courses and classes and exercises, and you're consistently networking, which is important. You just got to keep on networking. Then it's inevitable. I mean, it will grow. You will grow. It's just like a plant. If you plant, an aloe vera seed and you water it and you put it in the right conditions, I mean, it's going to grow into an aloe vera plant. Now, even if you don't water it or don't take care of it, it may die, but it will die an aloe vera plant. It will never become another plant because of the way that you treated it. So what I'm saying is, if you really have that dream, if you really have that vision or whatever it is, your goal, and you continue to nourish it and care for it, it will grow into your goal. It might, again, inevitably be a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, a little bit pricklier. I don't know how your actual vision is going to play out, but it's going to stay your vision. It will never change into something else as long as you keep it in the right conditions. And if it dies, that means that it died as your dream, though. It still died as your dream. So take that, do what you want with that. And he also closed with a babyface might call you, which is just to say, when you're being consistent and you're staying in your space and you're staying in your lane and you're really doing, you're committing and you're putting in that time and that work and that energy and that effort, you never know what's going to happen, man. Diddy might call you and say, hey, I was going through some tracks, or some of my team brought me, who's and the, who's hot out there, the unsigned hype or upcoming artist, X, Y, and Z. And we want to book you. You never know who's going to call you, and you got to be ready. You got to stay ready. I just said, I don't know if it was on my Instagram. All this social media stuff starts getting blurry after a while. But there was a saying that I was recently quoting, and I may have been misquoting, so y'all let me know. Success is what happens when opportunity meets preparation. Is that correct? Let me know if I'm saying that right. But the point is right, because I know you feel me. So you never know who's going to call you. Stay prepared, stay ready, stay focused, and I promise you, you're going to take off. You're going to do well. You're going to make it. And again, make it is your definition. You've got to have your definition of what make it is, and then the sky's the limit. What does Sly bring in value? I just wanted to share with you all that I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly in a place of figuring out how I can better myself, how I can perfect my craft, how I can grow, how I can build, and how I can level up. So I actually just this morning finished the final edits on the creative development guide. So when you ask, what does Sly Tha Deuce bring value? I absolutely am trying to help artists like you, creatives, other creatives that are in the space, or if somebody you may know that is a creative and wants to get into the creative space, with from the ground up, how to kind of get started with this, how to develop your own sound, how to really network with the right people to find mutual growth, right? And then I've even got some drills in there for songwriters, how to increase your talent. How do I write songs? How does this material come to you? A lot of people will ask me that. How do you write these songs, or how long does it take you to write a song? So I've got some drills and things like that. And then I've even got a bonus section in there. I think it's in total about 30 pages or something like that. So it's definitely not a a gimmick, foo-foo, throwaway ebook, just a little 4-page. You can do it. Like it's a legitimate, getting in there, trying to explain some of the high level steps that it's going to take, but not overburdening you with details, right? Not just trying to pour out this 417-page manifest that's like every single tool you'll need to become a millionaire in the music industry, because I think that's overwhelming. And I want to have real personable conversations with you all. So feel free to check it out. I will make sure that I put a link down below. And I will make sure that I shout out my Instagram, like always, Motivated Mr. You all make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Motivated Mr. That's MOTIVATED, Motivated. And then Mr. is all one word, MISTER. You can also find me on Twitter, Sly Tha Deuce. But you have already found me on YouTube, so you should just stay right there. You're already the best of the best. YouTube, you're the best audience a guy could ask for. So with that, I'm gonna let you all go. I want to give a shout out to Adam Lee, BG. Big shout outs to the French folks that watch. Everybody in America that's watching. Everybody that's anywhere that's watching. It's your boy Sly Tha Deuce, and I appreciate you rocking with me while we get money. Holla.